Howdy, guys. It's Chili Z, and I had promised a couple of you that I would share with you what I'm doing for my customer follow-up system. So, I am here. I think I can do. Nope, I don't know that that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly go over what I'm doing and sharing it with you. So, I have another customer follow-up system I use. It's a paper version, and I've recently changed, and I am super excited about this. So, I just want to kind of share it with you. So, the previous follow-up system I was using, I will put a link below, and I still think it is a great method. And as I said, my background is technology. It's actually my specialty was CRM, customer relationship management. And I am still struggling on figuring out how to do that with Scentsy. So this is one of the new ways I've been trying to follow up with customers and really get a solution that is going to work for me. What I found is a couple things. So here's some of the requirements that I had and what's missing in the paper copy. So by not having it digital, I have to figure out different ways to look at the data and search through pieces of paper, and sometimes that information is not available and it's not quick to get to. So by being digital, it's backed up. I can get to it anywhere. It's in the cloud so that I don't have to worry about losing it, and I can report. Again, a single location. I am all over the place. You guys know that it can be a hot mess sometimes in my head. So I needed a single place to go to be able to find out everything about the customer. There are multiple sources that customers contact me and people find me, and a piece of paper wasn't the best way for me to get it done because it took too many steps for me to get it from where the person or request came from and putting it into my system. So people would Facebook message me, people would text me, phone call me, email me. I'd pass somebody in person, drop off kids at school, the teacher, the parent, somebody needed something, and it could be as simple as a light bulb. And I wasn't filling out a customer information sheet, and I was losing that lead. And sometimes I'd forget that I actually needed to do the work on it because I was in the middle of stuff and super busy. So I was dropping the ball in that aspect. And then it goes back to it's more than just bars. It used to be it was every 3 months we followed up because they'd run out of their bars. But because we have so many different products, the life cycle, like how long they use the product, changes a lot. And so I needed to create different ways to follow up based on what they bought and how they bought. If they bought online or if they bought in person, or if they bought through a party or whatever. The next one was like a 360 view of the customer. So what this means is I need to know everything I can know about that customer and anything they've given me. So I was taking notes, but when I went back, it was hard to figure out who I talked to, what it was about, and things like that. Again, the reason I have digital. And now with social connections, I may have connected with that person on Facebook. However, I don't know other accounts. Or maybe I haven't connected with that person on Facebook and I really would like to. Maybe I said I was going to and I forgot, whatever reason. But getting connected socially is important. Reporting. So let's say I want to know everybody that told me they need light bulbs. That was a really hard thing to figure out using paper. And again, I could have created a database, and that's pretty much when I show you Insightly, that's pretty much what I'm using it for, is just a relational database, but I didn't have to build it. And that goes back to low or no cost and little investment and little time commitment. I wanted something that I could share with everybody on my team, that they could use the same system if they chose. I'm not saying this is the only system. There's so many people out there that have some really great systems. But for me, I wanted something to offer that could also be free and easy to use. Insightly's got great training on YouTube, and so the activities that you do and how you can use it can expand. But what I wanted to do is meet these requirements. Now, I'm doing this video to show you how I'm using Insightly for my Scentsy business, how to actually do these activities, like how to import contacts. You're going to want to go to the Insightly training because they have a way better explanation of what you're doing. But here are the things that I'm using in Insightly that have helped me and really grown my business. Or getting me a handle on my business, I should say, because I felt like I was out of control. And as you grow, many of I've been doing Scentsy almost 7 years, and I have a very large, strong customer base, and I don't want to let people down, and I feel like I can't keep on top of it. And so there's so many customers that call just for a light bulb, and I can't tell you, I don't know. I don't know what the number would be, but that has resulted in recruits. So just keeping on top of things is hard for people, I know. But if you have a system that works for you, then I think it makes all the difference. And so I really, really encourage you to get a system. Okay, so you're sold. You want to use Insightly. Here is the Insightly website. You're going to go to Insightly just so you can kind of see the CRM piece, the contact management piece. There are lots of features that it offers to be able to use for managing your customers. And this is the main part of Insightly that I use, is the contact management. I think it's really awesome. Now, you can go to their website, but if you want to use the mobile, it is a price base. So let me just show you. This is one of the main reasons I picked Insightly and started with it was free. And to be honest, what happened was when you upload your contacts, you can only load 500 rows at a time. So let's say you're taking your contacts from your Scentsy workstation and uploading them. If you have 1,000 contacts, let's say you have 1,000 contacts in your contact tab on your Scentsy workstation, you're going to have to break it into 2 lists. So you'll need to import 500 and then another 500. I had a lot, and so I went on and paid for the upgrade to get this because I wanted to load more. But again, it's a one-time thing, so it's not that big of a deal. The other piece that really caused me to upgrade was the mobile app and the business card scanner. Those are features that I wanted. Let me tell you, there is so much free that you really, using the free version is going to really help you once you really use it and it's really giving you lots of value, then look at upgrading. But I really don't think you need to do that to start off. So I just wanted to show you this. You're going to sign up for the free trial and you're going to stay a free user. You don't need to pay to use Insightly. And you can go from there. So here's what happens. Okay, so create your account and then go in and import your contacts. So here is, if I just do Insightly, here is my home screen. This is all recent activity. If I want to go, I can go to my contacts tab and then I can import contacts and notes. So what I did is I exported all the fields from my Scentsy workstation and imported them into Insightly. Insightly has a feature called tags, and this is really, really great in my opinion. Instead of labeling people with just one thing, like customer, there's lots of things you can use to tag your contacts. So in your workstation, if you used category, which there's videos about me using categories, I love the categories in the workstation because it was a way for me to track my customers. So I would use tags like maybe the location I met them. If you do a show every single year, then maybe you want to create a tag for that show. Maybe you were, maybe they're a VIP customer. The location you met them. Maybe they're a potential recruit. So a tag is, you can have multiple tags for a customer. Okay, so if you look over here, I've got some of my tags. So B&I, that's my networking group. If I met them through a drawing, they're formal. Okay, so I've got contacts in here that are Scentsy consultants or former Scentsy consultants. I met them on Facebook. This is a group that has no tags, so I might need to find people that got imported without tags. Personal, I used to do the quilt festival. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. Lots of different, here's like Scentsy leads. One contact can have multiple tags. So when you're importing, you can even add the tags based on what you're importing. So let's say this is an import list from a show, then put the tag show. Maybe they were a customer at the show, maybe they were a lead at the show, whatever. So import with your tags so that you can start using it. Then after you import, you're going to want to go in and use the rest of the features. And I'll show you some of those things in just a second. You can email through Insightly, or if you use Google, you can add the extension. You're going to want to be in Chrome browser to do that, but you can add the extension to do email, and that is really cool. You can create tasks, files, notes, and links. So notes might look like a picture of the Scentsy order form, a note of the Scentsy order form. Some of my customers send me their orders in a picture or PDF. Any kind of links that you need to track, and any kind of task. So let me show you what I've been doing so you can see how I'm using it. So I've got a customer here. These are real customers, and I'm going to use Jennifer because she is an awesome business partner. She owns a company called GE Appliance and Services, and I just think she's a rock star. So I'm going to use her and promote her business. If anybody in Houston needs help with any kind of appliances, you definitely need to call Jennifer. So what happens is when you import or add a contact, you add any of the information that you want to add. And there's just tons of fields that you can add, right? And with free, you can still even add extra fields. You can create your own fields. Now, this system is really for people who have got multiple employees and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be features that you don't need to use, but you could. I imported her through an email, so it brought in her company and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so if this email address was used to create any social profile, this right here would be her social profile. And I'm going to not use a whole bunch of contacts because I don't want to share people's data, but this right here would show their Facebook, their Twitter, whatever, if the email was linked to that social profile. So maybe you have 4 or 5 emails for a customer. You're going to want to put them all in here because then it will pull in, Insightly will pull in these social profiles. You don't have to do it. Okay, the next tab is history. This is all the interactions that I've had with this customer. So I've created the contact and my email messages. And then here are the email messages. These were through Gmail, but you could also use them if you were in the system and sending an email. And I can show you, like right now, we can email this contact. And hold on. So we're going to not edit. We're going to, let's see. No, let's go to emails. You go to emails, and then you go send email, and here you go. I've already put my email signature in here, and I can have a template if I created templates, which I didn't. And I just want to say I'm following, oops, if I could spell, up on order. And then I could say whatever, right? Hi. And then I would send it, and then it would ask it. So it would add it. I'm not going to do that right now. I need to pay attention to, so now you can see it's gone into my email section. Let's go back to contacts. I'm going to follow up with her later. In here in files, it actually created this for me. I didn't add this. When the email was attached, it created this attachment. This is actually her Scentsy order that she sent me as a screenshot. So it added this here. Now, task is interesting. Let me tell you how I'm using task. You can do this a lot of different ways. But you could put to-dos, and so if I go and look at my task list, here's all the tasks that I have. And what I did is I went through, and yes, these are overdue. I've got to go send catalogs, and yes, I'm behind. I'm just admitting what I'm doing. Okay, so here's what happens. There's a couple of activities that I do, and I need to do it to a large group of people, like scent of the month, send catalogs, follow up on last order. What I did is I went in and I created something called an opportunity. Now, we don't need to know what it is and everything like that. I'm just telling you what I did. I created an opportunity called Fall Catalog. The reason I did this is so that I could connect each customer that I needed to mail the Fall Catalog. So in here is the Fall Catalog, right? I created a new opportunity. Now, if you go over here, the task, here's all the people I need to send the Fall Catalog to. So how did I do that? I went in and picked the customer, and then if I create a task, I'll add a new task. And then what I did is down here, you relate it to Fall Catalog. So now, as I'm working with this customer and I need to remember to send her a catalog or whatever else I need to remember, I can tie this thing to a related thing called Fall Catalog, an opportunity called Fall Catalog. The reason, this is the bread and butter of why I use Insightly. To group activities that I need to do around every customer, I need to do it. And so instead of going in and doing an export every time or trying to run a report of maybe not all my VIP customers are going to get catalogs. Maybe I'm going to send them postcards or other things. As I'm working with individual contacts, I can add the task to that person. So let's say one of my new tasks, I'm just going to put in here, I need to email to follow up on order, right? Because I'm in here right now. It's going to be assigned to me. The category, I'm going to make it a to-do. You do not have to put these. These are just for you to understand what you need to do. I'm not going to put any of this other information. It's not important to what I'm doing, but you could. You could add a description, right? Whatever you need to do for this task. This is your to-do. So I'm going to go save it. And then I'm going to end up back on my task list of here's all my tasks, and I can filter. So I can filter my task, which are all going to be the same thing, or open task. You know, that might show different things. And you can search for, maybe you've got email. And so here is all the tasks I've created that have to do with email, right? So I can just search anything, right? Or maybe I put something in here, add, you know, blueberry cheesecake to so-and-so's order or something like that. I can add a task to it to remind myself later to go back and update that contact. So it's one of those features it's really a great thing to use to be able to, you know, just manage your contacts. And again, on your dashboard, here's all the things you've done. I'm not going to go into detail about all the ways you can use Insightly because there is tons of Insightly training. But my goal here is to kind of give you a high-level view of how I'm using it for Scentsy and start a conversation to help you guys if you want to go this route. So the video is going to end now. I need to know from you. Post questions down below how I can help you, explain how you could use this as your follow-up system. And we can carry on the discussion in our group page. I really hope this helps you. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait for you guys to start using it. However, let me just preface this. If you are technically challenged, please don't jump in here and get overwhelmed. This is not to overwhelm you. This is for those guys who really need some help and can quickly start using technology. If you are struggling, let's look at some other solutions. Let's figure out the best solution for you because this may not be it. So message me below, comment below, and I am totally glad to help any of you guys. I'm just so excited about this tool and look forward to hearing how you guys use it. Have a great day.